Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Humidity outside, yeah, there certainly is some, and it's going to be increasing as we go through the next 24 hours. Storms that are moving through the region have been dumping some heavy rain, but mostly Blaine County north and eastward. But there's some heavy showers here from a line from Mountain Home southward. Ada County's been mostly dry for much of the evening. There have been some showers popping up, and there'll likely still be some more, and then some heavier showers overnight will start to increase as the storm gets a little closer. So this is how much rain we had. We had rain this morning, not much. Some places less than a tenth, some places a little bit more than a tenth. But when you take a look at that main plume of moisture that was coming out, again, way ahead of Hillary, this is 1.5 inches of moisture near the Ketchum Ranger Station. This is radar indicated, but the measurements there were showing more than 1.5 inches in some of these locations. So soaking rains in these locations is good for fires and putting them out. It's not good for fires when you have the mudslides that can be accompanied by that, but we'll bring in the moisture in. Here it comes right out of Mexico here. That line right there pushing up into eastern portions of Idaho. That's been bringing the heavy rain. You've got high pressure to the east, low pressure to the west, and it's just making a road, a highway to come straight south north to bring Hillary towards us. And very similar to what happened in Hawaii, where they had a hurricane well south of the Hawaiian Islands and a high pressure to the north. They had the strong wind. That high pressure, in contrast to this low pressure, even though it won't be really strong when it comes by, it's going to go right by Idaho. And as it does, it's going to cause a tightening pressure gradient, and the wind is going to kick up. We're going to have gusts of 40 in the Treasure Valley and higher amounts to the higher elevations to the south. Still a tropical storm by the time it goes through Southern California, and not often do you see this. Idaho is in the cone of the National Weather Service tropical disturbance here. Winds centered maybe around 30 miles per hour, but again, that's just the core of this. Those tightened pressure gradient again will bring that wind to northern Nevada. So here's a track of the rain. Soaking rains in Southern California and Central California, flooding rains. That will continue to track to the north. Now notice how this chart has a lot of the core of this to the west now. And so the real target I'm concerned about is Hells Canyon, extreme eastern Oregon, and then also from Highway 95, Highway 55, then the Banks to Lowman Road. These locations especially, and the Sun Valley area, any highways near there, we have the chances of that flooding. This is Tuesday. There's going to be a lot of tropical moisture left over, and some heavy downpours are likely during the day on Tuesday. So the red you see here is 4 to 6 inches of rain in the mountains north of Los Angeles. And so when you come over Idaho, what can we expect from this point? Wherever you see yellow, that's more than 2 inches of moisture content. Northeast Oregon, there's McCall up near Brundage Mountain to the west there. So Highway 95, Highway 55, the Banks to Lowman Road, Highway 75, Highway 21, those main areas have a chance for mudslides and rock slides, especially that Highway 17, the Banks to Lowman Road, which is notorious for having slides, and a lot more rain coming into the Ketchum area. This really concerns me around the Wood River Valley, Galena Pass, and those locations. What about the wind? Well, the system is just to our southeast. This is tomorrow morning. The southeast winds start to crank up, and as we go through the day tomorrow, look at that. There's the storm system here. That's the remnants of Hillary going by, and look at these wind gusts. This red here is 40 to 50 mile an hour winds as it pushes on through, and then it will tend to die out as we go towards the evening hours. We won't have too much to worry about as far as wind. That will settle down, but it's going to be a windy day and a tropical day. This is the area at the time frame in the morning, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Very heavy rain with a chance for some flooding rains across the Treasure Valley, and then we'll start to see those real heavy rains cranking in the west central mountains, and that's when we have the better chance for mudslides and rock slides developing during the day. So just keep that in mind. Anywhere in the yellow has the potential for flash flooding tomorrow especially, and that's a good portion of our area. And on Tuesday, it still exists in those locations. So again, we talk about lots of moisture coming on in. Dew points are going to near 70 degrees. My Scott score for tomorrow, only a 5 out of 10. Temperatures are going to be beautiful. I think people are going to really enjoy this, but it's still going to be a little bit wet. In fact, a lot wet in the morning, and then in the afternoon, it's the scattered showers and storms that are likely. So Don and Karen, I'll talk more about the extended forecast coming up, but
quick question on the burn scars. Not just fires from this year, but we have fires that have done damage up in the high country in the last 5-10 years that are still
the more recent fires tend to react more to the flooding, but yes, burn scars from the past can still have those issues because the roots aren't there, and it starts to bring some of those mud flows down. So that's a possibility in all of our mountain locations.
All right.
All right, appreciate it, Scott. We'll be right back.